What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another reaction video, and here we got for you guys today, man. Token Jeep featuring Terror, Reid, official music video. Alright, finally, one of the first songs off the album, and it's a music video, man. Jeep. And it's featuring a person I do not know, but we about to find out today, ladies and gentlemen. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this reaction video. Let's do it, guys. Let's go.
I was in a Jeep with at least 3 Kimberleys trying to get a piece of the high life. They don't love me, but they have a need, so do we. It's a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life.
I was in a Jeep with like 3 Kimberleys trying to get a piece of the highlights, but also that's hard. They're highlights, but also high life too. Trying to get a piece of that high life, man. That's hard.
I was in a Jeep with at least 3 Kimberleys trying to get a piece of the high life. They don't love me, but they have a need, so do we. It's a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life. Backpack full, but I gave it to my bro when the girl under my arm is mad cause the car full. I was 17 when they were calling me a shady wannabe. It's funny cause I grew up stealing from Marshalls. Woke up on the couch, no cash in my house.
They wanted to call me shady. Kind of ironic because I grew up stealing from Marshalls. Come on, man.
Get a high life. Backpack full, but I gave it to my bro when the girl under my arm is mad cause the car full. I was 17 when they were calling me a shady wannabe. It's funny cause I grew up stealing from Marshalls. Woke up on the couch, no cash in my house. Terror Reid, can you see where the cash went? Sure. I was in a Jeep, I had a bottle next to me and it was yelling at me in a French accent. Bonjour. Black on the tee, black on the jeans, passionately bent back like a crash on a street freak. Accident, token the accident freak. T used to be a chopper, then he passed it and lead 20 racks my fee. Obviously too cheap, I get checks with the best. Broke up with a Barbie and now I call her Charlie. They all turn brat when my ex see my ex in a Jeep, bitch. I was in a Jeep with at least 3 Kimberleys trying to get a piece of the high life. They don't love me, but they have a need, so do we. It's a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep.
Bro, this beat is so oddly different. It fits for Token, especially his brand too.
Don't love me, but they have a need, so do we. It's a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life. I was in a Jeep trying to get a high life.
Young talk, call, say, I need a fee. I told them big, y'all give me by the week. Sicker than the cold, I'ma sand that beat. And I make it host weak, cause I sun when I sleep. The catacomb crook, neighborhood at a raw hook. One look, had them on shook. The brand with the blade in the book. The chef and the cook, raise up, but your soul get took. Holding up in that Jeep, slumping mat while we creep. Deep in your set, couple of freaks and they cheap. Showing them all what they need, the lyrical vet. Terror and Token, yo, so go get broken. We throwing they ass in a bin. Heavyweight horror, I got something for her and all of her friends. Never gonna see me again.
I was in a Jeep.
Why he low-key ran that? What in the world? So Terror Reid is a guy. Wow, I ain't gonna lie, he ran that. I gotta go back a little bit. He ran that.
The brand with the blade in the book. The chef and the cook, raise up, but your soul get took. Holding up in that Jeep, slumping mat while we creep. Deep in your set, couple of freaks and they cheap. Showing them all what they need, the lyrical vet. Terror and Token, yo, so go get broken.
And you know what's weird about this too? Token used to do a lot of this too, like with the headless, like with his headless head just moving along off his body. Just like, remember, if you guys remember, the first time I heard about Token, he had this video called Patty Cake, right? And it was his head, just like his headless head just floating, right? Without his body. He was going through the hospital just spitting real fast, like Eminem style, right? Ironically, the same video where he kind of said F Eminem and all that other stuff, but right in the hospital, just playing with those type of effects. Just his headless, just rapping the whole time, and then he would come through with his full body every now and again, but he doing it. He kept doing it back and forth, just going crazy, and this is kind of what this reminds me of. Like, this is weird, but okay.
And they cheap, showing them all what they need, the lyrical vet. Terror and Token, yo, so go get broken. We throwing they ass in a bin. Heavyweight horror, I got something for her and all of her friends. Never gonna see me again.
I was in a Jeep with at least 3 can't release, trying to get a piece of the high life. They don't love me, but they have a need, so the weed is a penalty of the high life. I was in a Jeep, trying to get a high life, I was in a Jeep, trying to get a high life.
Number 4, we gotta change the label name. That's a stupid name. Never too different. I'm gonna tell you something. You can't be. You're too different, nigga. You too different. Bring it back down, bro.
That's the point. That's the point. Wow. All right. Jeep. There you go. There you guys have it, man. The first song off the album completed. Pretty fire. Okay. All right. The song that we're gonna check out next, though, which I'm pretty excited for, is Not Supposed to Be Here. I want to check out that because that's the name of the album. So, you know, whenever they have the name of the album as one of their songs, that song has to be good. That song has to be like, if it's not the best song on the album, it has to be like at least top 3. I'll even go as far as to say top 2, because it's a reason why the name of the song, the name of the album, is also a song you put on the album as well. It has to be it has to be top 2. It has to be a reason why it's on there. Like that's the main premise of the album. But guys, if you enjoyed this reaction video, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Go to my Patreon. Follow all of my social media and links in the description down below. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. And I hope you guys are here to stay. But with that being said, you guys should already know this by now. But I'm out of here, guys.